Hey, Matt Thornton again. I'm here with my friend Steve Whittier. I'm going to go through and build on what I showed you last week, which was proper base and posture and closed guard. So just to reiterate, I don't want to lean back. My head is upright. Sitting down on the mat, my weight's down on the mat. My back is never straight like this when he has his ankles crossed. I'm always arching my back and pushing my tailbone forward. Stomach sucked in, core engaged, so that when he pulls, he's not going to pull me forward. Very, very important. And you need to test that. So if they pull and you keep getting pulled forward, what that means is that the arch in your back is getting broken because they can't pull you forward until they do that. And that's where you want to focus your energy, meaning down here in the hips, which is where all the power comes from. Like Chris Howder, my coach, says, all good Jiu Jitsu is in your ass. But it's down here, tailbone forward, down he pulls, I'm not moving, right? Chin is up. Even though it's no-gi, I don't want to get lazy and drop my head. When your eyes go down, so does your weight. It's easy to get pulled forward. So it's always here. And then my hands are here. Again, I don't have weight on his body. It's off his body. When he goes to sit up, it's almost like a little strike. And then I come back. I want to float here. Okay, so he doesn't really know. He doesn't have much to work with. I'm not giving him power. When I push here in one direction, he moves it, then I fall off to the side. Now he's taking my back. Now he's executing an arm bar because I gave him energy he doesn't need to have. I don't want to give him that. So I'm just right here. Now we hand fight. We're just getting into this thing, keeping him on his back. And then at one moment in time, I might have 2-on-1 like this. And this might be my time to sit up. And we're going to stand up, I should say. And standing up is one of the best ways for a smaller person to open up a closed guard on a bigger person. So you need to really work it. I'm going to take this in multiple steps. So we'll start from here. This is our starting point. Since I'm controlling this arm, I'm going to step up with this foot flat and heavy. So that's step one, right? So he goes to pull me forward. I'm still engaging my tailbone down here. I'm not straight back like this, but here. And I also have the benefit of this foot, right? Now, could he sweep under here? He could, but I'm controlling his arm. If I lose that or he starts to come under, I'm not in any rush. I'm just going to drop back down, right? So again, we're here. He's moving around. I have a moment of 2-on-1. I step up. Step one. Step two, now I push my hip forward. Now here, I really am moving my hip forward. And this piece is a bit tricky because if he pulls and my hips aren't in the right spot, I might come forward. So I don't want to be like this with my weight on. You can do that and it'll work, but if all of a sudden he moves his arm, you're going to get thrown forward. So instead, I want to rely on my own hip forward like this. Now here's the tricky part. If I just go to stand up like this, see my toes back behind me, it's very hard. And I'm putting all the weight on my quad, and it's super hard, right? I'm going to trade spots for a second. So I have Steve in closed guard. I'm not going to attack him. I'm just going to be dead weight, but I want him to try and stand up improperly, the way I showed. So he has my arm, brings one leg up. That's all good. Now he brings his hip forward. Test. That's good. Now see the position of his right calf? See how it's straight behind him? Stand up. Try and stand up. Heavy. It's hard. People will do it. They'll power through it. But that's not Jiu Jitsu. Okay, so here's the trick. I'll show you from this angle. Hips forward, stomach sucked in, chin up. He's attacking. I'm defending. Step up, hip in. Watch my right toe. Pivot. Way off to the side. Now it's just this. Easy little movement there to get to my feet. No problem. Okay, so if we look at it on the mat, you're just to do a squat. You'd be here, here. Now, if I just try to stand up from here, all the weight's on my quad. So instead, pivot, rotate. This, no power. The more power he's using when we're here, the more he's really hanging on to my wrist, pulling super hard, whatever, the more relaxed I'm going to be, which is a bit counterintuitive. But when he's using a lot of force, I don't want to match it. If you're a military general and you see the opposing side using massive amounts of ammunition and supplies that are totally unnecessary, do you match it? No. You just wait. Because it's inevitable he's going to be in a weaker position, and then I'll attack. So same thing here. He moves. I'm just relaxing. And so often, like I've seen people do this with John Kavanaugh a lot too. His basic posture is so good, people get frustrated. And what's he gonna do? Open up his legs. Open up your guard. That's it. Best way to get people's closed guard open is to be so good right here that they can't do anything to you. And they open up. And there's no rush unless I'm down on points and we're talking about a tournament specific scenario. I'm on top, I can hit, I'm good. So now it's him, he's the one that needs to put the pressure on. He wastes energy, he doesn't open up the legs, then I might stand, and if I do, I'm gonna do it properly with the right structure like I should. See you next video.